This is a well-preserved central nexus of Chinese capitals, planned and constructed over 7 centuries. This is an outstanding example representing the mature stage of the urban central nexus of Chinese capitals. This is a historical illustration of the transformation of Chinese society from a dynastic system to a modern state. This is Beijing Central Nexus, a building ensemble exhibiting the ideal order of Chinese capitals. Beijing, the capital of China, nestles with Beijing Bay surrounded by mountains. The city is located in the middle of almost parallel rivers, which ensures water supply for the capital. In the heart of the city is Beijing Central Nexus, running through from north to south, totaling 7.8 kilometers. Beijing Central Nexus is an ensemble of building complexes and archaeological sites, comprises of 15 components, governing the overall layout of the old city. Beijing Central Nexus fully embodies the planning prescribed in Cao Gongji more than 2,000 years ago. The book is known as the earliest and most influential works on urban planning theories in ancient China. In 1267, Kublai Khan, the Yuan dynasty's founding emperor, built the Dadu of Yuan following this capital planning philosophy. The whole city was built symmetrically under the framework of Central Nexus as its leading feature. Dadu of the Yuan dynasty was constructed around Jishui Tan Lake that connects to the Grand Canal. The Wanling Bridge, located at the intersection between World Cultural Heritage, the Grand Canal, and the Central Nexus, provides an important physical testimony to the location continuity of the Central Nexus from the Yuan dynasty until today. From 1406, Ming dynasty's Emperor Yongle built a number of architectural complexes on the basis of the Dadu of Yuan's Central Nexus, including the Bell and Plum Towers, the Jingshan Hill, the Palace City, the Imperial Ancestral Temple, the Altar of Land and Grain, and the Zhengyangmen Gate. He also constructed 2 gigantic altars in the city's southern suburbs. From 1530, Emperor Jiajing of Ming expanded the Temple of Heaven and the Altar of God of Agriculture. And the outer city was built with the Yongdingmen Gate as the southern end of Beijing Central Nexus. The basic layout of the 7.8-kilometer Beijing Central Nexus thus took shape. From 1736, Emperor Qianlong of Qing relocated the whole of imperial longevity on the axis north of Jingshan Hill. He also built 5 pavilions on the hill to enrich and enhance the cityscape along the central axis. From the abdication of the last Qing emperor in 1912, Beijing Central Nexus underwent a series of functional transformations with regard to public access and modernization. It is also directly associated with a series of historic events that had worldwide impact, witnessing the epoch-making transformation of the Chinese society from a dynastic system to a modern state. The planning and construction of the monument to the people's heroes, the National Museum of China, and the Great Hall of the People in Tiananmen Square further inherited and reinforced the symmetrical layout of the Central Nexus. Beijing Central Axis is a historical urban axis still full of vigor and vitality today. Beijing Central Axis provides an exceptional material testimony to the philosophy of neutrality and harmony prized in the Chinese tradition. It is the unique evidence to testify to the state ritual traditions and city management methods. The Jiangshan Hill, the Forbidden City, the Upright Gate, they are combined to form an architectural ensemble of palaces and garden, showcasing the urban planning of ancient Chinese capital, imperial ritual traditions, and building techniques. The Imperial Ancestral Temple, the Altar of Land and Grain, the Temple of Heaven, the Altar of the God of Agriculture, they are symmetrically arranged to form paired of sacrificial buildings on the central axis. The bell and drum towers, the Jiangyangmen Gate, the Yongdingmen Gate, they were all city management facilities in ancient times. The Tiananmen Gate, the Outer Jinshui Bridges, the Tiananmen Square Complex, they are the national ceremonial and public buildings on Beijing Central Axis. The Wanning Bridge, the 7-section road archaeological sites link all different types of buildings on Beijing Central Axis. Characterized by its unique siting, its urban layout demonstrating the paradigm of the ideal capital city, and its hierarchical and well-ordered architectural form and urban landscape full of contrasts and variations. Beijing Central Axis is an outstanding example representing the mature stage of the urban central axis of Chinese capitals, and also the best preserved capital central axis in China. The nominated components of Beijing Central Axis have all been designated as either legally protected sites or listed buildings at various levels. Beijing Central Axis is strictly protected by national and local laws and regulations. The conservation and management system for Beijing Central Axis has been developed at both property and component levels. A site manager has been set up for each nominated component to be responsible for routine maintenance, conservation, monitoring, research, and preservation. We will never stop protecting Beijing Central Axis. We will hand down the 7th-century-old Beijing Central Axis to generations in the next 7 centuries.